Hi, Assalamu alaikum, and good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depends upon the time zone. And welcome back. Today, we are continuing our affiliate mastery program. Okay, thank you so much, all of you. Come back in time, and I really appreciate that all of you continuously attending the program, especially this week has been now completely focusing on affiliate marketing, affiliate mastery. We call it as now. Today, we are going to talk about a very important one, not only for affiliate marketing. In all the aspects, there's something called traffic. That's the topic of the day. I believe all of you went through the notes and the recordings what we had last couple of days. I believe all of you are looking and testing and understanding about all the process of setting up the affiliate website or affiliate blog, whatever you would like to do. Now, but today onwards, I think now more very important part of the affiliate mastery, affiliate marketing, because traffic, right? Now, when you ask many people who started the business, affiliate marketing, they could not succeed. They will tell you the reason they could not get a right traffic. And they didn't know where to get a traffic and how to get a traffic. These are the things usually comes. And one of the major reasons for failure of not only for affiliate marketing, failure of the any kinds of online businesses, because they don't have a traffic. So that's a topic today we are going to discuss about in detail. Maybe sometime we may have to continue tomorrow as well. So much of thing is there to cover the topic. But my objective today is to, when I discuss about understanding various types of a traffic, but then we have a how we can identify, how we can get the traffic. This is two portions we'll be discussing today. As usual, I'll take you by slide. I request all of you to get settled in immediately and be ready with your beverages or notes, everything, and be comfortable, focus, and you have a peaceful place to attend. Make sure that is, then we'll start off now. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so once again, I'll welcome all of you to the 100 Days Digital Mastery Challenge. Today, day 31 out of the 100, and we are closer by. It's only 69 days more, we are there now, completion of the 100 days of challenge. Now, today, August 11th, 2020, Tuesday, 7 p.m. and live from Doha, Qatar. And today, 6th day of Affiliate Mastery. So tomorrow, last day of Affiliate Mastery, and the day after tomorrow, of course, we have weekly Q&A, which is majorly focused on Affiliate Mastery. Okay, now, today, the topic, the major portion of our discussion is the website traffic. So we have been talking about different models, different components, different way of revenue generation. So many things we discussed last 4-5 days. Today, the most important thing, the most exciting thing, I know many of you were really keenly looking at this. Now, the problem with the website traffic is everybody wanted that, but very few people know how to get it. And the most of the people don't even know where to get it. This is two challenges. So that's the reason this two way we have divided this discussion. One is where we can have, from which are the places we can have a traffic. Secondly, how we get it. This two portion we will be discussing in detail. So basically, what is traffic? Now, traffic is not a very pleasant word when we really look into the physical world. We don't like traffic. Like when you go to the world, so much of traffic is it, because I'm delayed because of traffic, and traffic is not traffic block, traffic jam. That's a word we get. But in online world, you're going to love the traffic because the traffic is the amazing thing. And you work for a traffic. Your complete focus is going to be for a traffic. And you need to have different kinds of traffic. And one of the most happy news for you will be traffic. So this is very, very important to understand in a very professional manner to everyone. So I try to simplify the presentation today, comparing with the food. I'll just discuss with you in detail, because many of the way, or most of the ways to receive the traffic, it's quite technical. And sometimes somebody who's starting a business new will feel it is quite tough to understand. So I made it very simple. I think it's easy for you to understand. So first portion of that is exactly my objective is to get that one. Okay, so all of you to understand, okay, various sources of 100 plus traffic sources we are going to discuss today. Now, I'll go slow, not faster. I think, again, I got a feedback yesterday was quite faster. No, I'll go definitely slow because I know how important this is. I know how hard it is to get a traffic. I know without this, we cannot succeed. Okay, so that is it. Now, in the traffic part, in the physical world, if you are into business or into retail, most of the people say, even you studied in the management school or a commercial school, they tell you location, location, location. You have a good location for a retailing, then you're successful. Location is the key. But online traffic, that's the key. How much the best traffic you're getting and how the quality traffic you're getting, you will succeed in the business. Now, what exactly traffic? So we wanted to make sure that we are all of us in a single page. We know what we are talking about. We are talking about visitors to our website. Maybe some cases can be to your YouTube channel, or it can be to your blog, or it can be to your social media profiles where you are a social media influencer. But in general, what we are talking now is to your website. Okay, come to your website. Now, when we say defined the quality traffic, and what exactly we are talking about, we want them to buy something or do some actions, right? Some of your website only monetized. You are not looking for them to buy something from you. Now, those who have an affiliate website with a mining contract, one person you wanted to buy something, and you also wanted to use his computer's laptop or a processor to use for mining. So he wanted to allow you or register you, share with you his mining contract. So this is the way, various things you should look into. Some cases you are a social media influencer, you wanted people to come and visit you, increase your audience. Then you can go to brand and enterprises, get a better deal, right? Some cases your YouTube channel, your CTR rate will increase. So then your click-through rate increases, and your VPV also will increase, and ABD will increase. So anyway, whatever the method, whatever the business model which you discuss, whether it is a affiliate program or an e-commerce or a social media influencer, or even this one for us, and even our blog, whatever it is, we need people to do some kind of an action to our website. So that's what we call it as a visitor, right? The person who's coming to our website, not just simply coming and going. As someone simply coming and going, actually we don't want that. You know why? Because if he's somebody coming to your website, he's not even staying back 3 to 5 seconds. Google something and says like bounce rate. So it's negative effect is there. So we don't want a bounce rate. We want people to come to our website, spend approximately a minimum of 20 seconds and do something. That's a goal. And of course, after that, based on the traffic, where we'll cover today, tomorrow, and a lot of strategies we'll be discussing on a next month in detail about September. We dedicated completely on getting a traffic to your website, your YouTube channel, your social media profiles. And the most important thing is the conversions, right? So today we are not talking about the conversions. We are talking about quality. If your quality traffic is there, conversions will increase. Okay, so that we'll discuss in detail, but we're not going. And we are also generating of that traffic. That's all campaigns. We need to campaign. That is also we'll discuss in that. So today, the most important to understand types of a traffic and where we can get a traffic. That's the most important. So I know some of you know that is so many questions, but I want you to look at it in another perspective for your website, for your YouTube channel, how you get a lot of traffic back. Okay. Now, I'm just comparing here as a traffic to simplify is a traffic with food. So traffic is a food for our online business, right? So if you have a fantastic website, no traffic to coming to your website, there's no use of that website. You need a people to visit your website. You need a visitors. You need a people to come and subscribe, people to come and interact, people to come and register, people come and consume. All the thing is important for a website. So like as a human being, without food we cannot survive. So without food, there's no, in a few days we survive, right? How many days depends upon your capacity and depends upon, at least some kind of food is required. That's a basic need. Similarly, the basic need of your online business is traffic. So a lot of similarities between food and traffic. Okay, so I'm making a comparison here. I would like you to see it this way. Okay, so then it's easy for you to understand instead of I'm talking about the inbound traffic, outbound traffic, and so much of a different technology. I removed it all. We're making completely comparing with the food. Okay. Now, quality food is important. It's not just a food is important. A quality food is important, right? That is exactly all of us wanted. Same way we wanted quality traffic. Now, quality traffic is why it is important. With the less time, less effort, less resources, we get a more result, more productivity, more profit, more revenue. That's exactly the reason we wanted a real good quality traffic. Now, basically, we have two types of traffic we can get from the marketplace, from online. That's the right word. One is called inbound traffic, so people traffic coming to us. Okay. One is called outbound traffic. We go to them to get a traffic. So both are very important, and the nature of the group online is we need to target both. Okay. What is good depends on the business you are doing. Now, there is another thing in this aspect is here is that you have a free traffic and paid traffic. This we also have. So inbound and outbound we have paid traffic and free traffic. Now, when we say free, please do not misunderstand. You're not spending anything. Even as sending an email, it has a cost, right? Someone come through the Google and you did an SEO. There is a paid. There is a resource you used for earlier, right? You wrote a blog. If you're getting a lot of traffic through a blog, you wrote a blog. You put a time, effort, you utilize the power, use the internet connection. It's not completely free. So when we say free, I'm not telling you don't have to do anything. Actually, you have to do something, which has the resources important as well. But the paid traffic, what I'm talking about is you pay money for every traffic, every CPM, every 1,000 people, or every click. That's what I meant here. So paid traffic and a free traffic. We'll start with the free traffic with words. Okay. Now, it's a very, very important for us to have various kinds of food, right? Yes or no? Different kinds of food to have it is very important for us. So, but we don't depend upon one kind of a food. No, we eat all kind of a food. Yes or no? We have a different kinds of a food to eat, and we need to have that different kinds of, that's called a healthy meal or a healthy food habit. So like this, we don't only depend on one source, and we're looking for a different food. And various reasons we eat different food, right? But there is an exception, as kind of a milk. If you drink, that's called a complete food, right? That's a healthy life. That's enough. Maybe here you can compare. Maybe your Google SEO can be considered as a milk, but that's not sufficient alone, right? Even the milk is a complete milk. We don't, or none of us will not be surviving with only drinking milk, right? We know some milk is important. It's a part of our life. In some cases, we only drink a couple of days as a milk. But few times, maybe initial when you're a baby, we had only milk. So that way you need to configure it, plan it how you want it to have a traffic this one. But even though it's a complete food reserve, we don't depend on it. There are so many reasons. We should not depend only on a milk part. So we need a healthy and a quality food for us to think properly, to survive properly, to have proper energy, to lead a healthy life, absence of any kinds of disease, and to live longer, healthier, and with energy. So we want a quality here, right? So, but we also eat unhealthy food. Is it good or bad? It's bad, actually, but we like to have. That's a part of our thing. Sometimes that way, we also should take some kind of a traffic to our place. We may not be good for us. Sometimes to have it, that's a part of our life. We need to enjoy sometimes. Once in a while, it's okay, right? That's what exactly people say. So you feel that way, or do you feel completely, no, it should not be having, you have to be taken, or not even once, then absolutely you're right. That's up to everybody has the freedom to diet. But some cases, some people are very good to go for a diet plan, right? We have a diet plan. So you only certain food only you eat, and certain quantity you eat, and certain time you eat. And there is a time period you have. Same way, even a traffic also will have a diet plan. We don't take all the traffic. We need to work on to get a set of a plan. And sometimes you need to get that kind of a diet plan, do this, right? And so this way, when you compare, we have a different traffic coming in. We have a Google traffic, we have Facebook traffic, we have email traffic, we have a forum traffic, we have a blog traffic, we have all kinds of traffic, we have various kinds of food. So now I just want you to understand here is basically, we have various food habits. And all of you understand the food. I don't have to explain now. Same with the traffic. It's very easy if you compare with the food and traffic. Okay, tell me. Now, all of you, my question is, we take a food and what is the process for that? Now, either we cook at home, or maybe we buy from outside, or we go and dine out. Of course, COVID-19 is reduced, but we go out and dine out, or maybe we have a home delivery from them. So here you can compare. One is actually paid traffic, one is free traffic. So what you buy from the people, the hotels, you go and dine out, or you go and order online through aggregators like a Talabat or a Swiggy or a Food Panda. You order, that is called your paid traffic. Now, but you cook at home. Is it paid? Actually, we feel it's a free, but actually not free, right? Because you bought a raw material, you bought a rice, you got a vegetables, you got a fruits, you got everything. You bought it from a grocer, and then you're making a food at home. So here, but for understanding purpose, same way, even though I told you, even though we say it's a free food, it's actually not free. Same way, even though it says say SEO, email marketing, or all this thing is actually not free. Even you go to have Facebook page, you have to create an effort. You put an effort. You need a power, and you need an internet connection. Everything has a cost. Same way, when we cook at home, is it cheaper, better, healthier, cleaner? Same way, you can categorize that one. But other one has a lot of other advantage. You can maybe a tastier, faster, and different, and maybe sometimes cheaper than what you make at home. So depends upon this comes. So this is very, very important for you to understand. Then a person should decide what kind of a food it is. You should go for it. Depends upon the age, depends upon the disease, depends on the situation, depends upon his vision, depends upon his vision about how long he wanted to live. Okay, and something should not take it. Some of the food, if you eat less, and sometimes something it reduces. So same way, you need to think all the aspects to take a decision for a food taking. Same way for a traffic also taking. Okay, so now few food habits when you think about it. So this is what I would like you to understand. There are few set of habits if you do on a daily basis, we get a good traffic for our website. Maybe on a Facebook, maybe on Instagram, maybe an email marketing, maybe a Google activities, maybe SEO activities, maybe on-page activities, maybe off-page activities. It's a very simple thing for a 20-30 minutes a day. We get a lot of things. And it changes our life like anything. Okay? Same way like a 2 to 3 liters of water a day. You know that it is good for health and important for health. I don't know how many of you, tell me honestly, can you type it there? Tell me how many of you really drink how many glasses of water in 24 hours? Can you type it? According to you. How many glasses of water? Then can you convert that to liters? How many liters you are drinking? Is it that simple? No, it is not. We have sufficient water at home. We just open the tap and get it. You compare with other places, some other part of the world, part of the African country, some other part of northern India. To get a water, how much struggle they have. And we are blessed with that. Yes or no? And we have, this is, we have this facility and we are at home, especially now, most of us is working from home. And it is, when you look at it, it's so easy to come to a table and drink, but you know that you genuinely, when you think about some of the days, you are not drinking that 2 to 3 liters. We'll have 8 glasses, 10 glasses. So water at the maximum to reach on, right? That's one is we have to plan it. But we end with the 4 glasses, 5 glasses, and which also people actually conclude other beverages, not just a plain water. Same way, as few set of a habit, if you do like an online business, like a 2 to 3 liters of water, and it make you healthy, it make you more energy. Same way, your website become healthier, your website will be happy, website will be working very well, your Google will be ranking because you have a result, and because every day you're getting traffic, so Google also recognize you. It will also boost your social media, you become inactive. Otherwise, it's a dormant website, nothing is happening, right? So that's way on a daily basis, we need to have this is in place. Now, how many of you believe this one? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So you know this one. So apple, again, we like apple. It's a tasty food, and it's easily accessible, not like 100 years ago, 50 years ago. Apple is only available to some places and it's damn expensive, but now it's available across the globe, different kinds of an apple, and everyone can do that. It's just 5 to 10 minutes time. But how many of us actually eat an apple a day? Same way. So few set of activities online, an apple a day, you can actually survive your business, but we don't do. You getting my point? So it's very, very easy for us to tell me how many of you eat an apple a day regularly, not once in a while, regularly. We don't do, right? Because I don't know why we don't do. You don't think this is not good? This is maybe you may not trust this. Maybe that's a possibility. So like some of the traffic you may not trust. You think it's not bad just to say, but actually it's true, right? An apple a day gives you a lot of things, a lot of advantages we have. all of you know the dates. Now, dates, again, it gives a lot of energy. You know that is a very, very important to various aspects. And you know that 5 to 7 dates, you eat a day changes a lot of things, right? And it's some of you are living in the Middle East, easily accessible at the best quality in the world. Even you're not in the Middle East, one of the things is available in all the grocers and online shopping or offline shopping is available to different part of the world. It's a date. And I have a friend who recently came to become my neighbor. And when I had an iftar party with him, and he told me in US, he's from US, it's not available easily there. He told me that some of those cities which he's living in, he said, last year I never had, not even once have a date with my iftar. So we don't, we take things for granted, and he eats a lot of dates. I asked him, he said, no, I don't get usually, so I'm eating a lot. So we don't value this kind of a thing. Same way, we are part of many of the Facebook group, many of the WhatsApp group, and we are part of many of the forums and many of the things, but we don't value that, and we just simply goes away and don't do same thing. You need to think, put an effort there, and you focus on this one. And even your economy wise, when you look at all the things, this is a different thing, right? And you also know the glass of milk. A glass of milk is actually important. Like at least a glass of milk we drink in a day. It's really good. It makes us healthy. And these are the habits we heard about since childhood, from our parents, from school, maybe from when we grow up with diet things. We know that this is water is important, milk is important, date is important, but we don't take that serious. Same thing for our traffic. We normally don't take it. So you need to make some kind of a commitment to have this one. So one of the things which I try to practice, because I'm many of the time, one of the Ayurveda doctor, which is I go for a weekly massage. So he told me a couple of things which I practice. I read it earlier, but when he told me, the way he told me and the way he's communicated, that has a lot of effect. The milk, the date, and he also asked me, because I have been traveling a lot and driving a lot. So he's told me, if you're driving, you eat fig. So that's a food prescribed. It is when you're driving, especially with the you're not to get tired. That's one. So you eat good fig. And he also asked me to buy the fig of Afghanistan, get imported. Not other one is it's when you look at it in the marketing, it's fantastic. Fig comes from Iran and Afghanistan border. It's a great fig. So now the moment when I go for travel, fig is part of my menu. Okay, because it's raised. Similarly, if you do some kind of an activities online, and you should have kind of a menu added to that. Yeah, food menu added. Okay, if I do this one, I'll share this is in this group. If I share this, I'll boost up for this maybe in the Facebook. Or if I do, I'll actually also share with this blog. So just resources available around us, we need to focus and do. Now, you can also do one more thing. Like what if that, I'll come to the other one before that. So actually, I'll tell you, sometimes you have a commitment on this one. Sometimes we don't do. We need to, as a human being, we need to have a reason for a commitment. Just I told you, Dr. Jagadish is Ayurveda doctor. I've been going, when I was living near to his place. When I go for a weekly massage, he spent with me around 30 minutes because he's a doctor. I always spend time on that one. So many of the advice that Dr. Jagadish is giving always in my mind, because the communication, maybe the way he put into the things, and for to house many things. So now after that, I committed on it. Similarly, I committed on a few things, like for example, since childhood, my mom was struggling to give me the milk, and she has to offer me incentives. That is how the child is, right? And when grown up, it was not that favorite things for me to drink milk. And now, but I know milk is important, right? So even if I grow up, so some of the food we really don't really commit to. So you need to make a commitment to. So this, sometimes it happens, you intentionally do a milk as a commitment. Sometimes you may not intentionally do. Same way you are thinking about the website traffic. So you make sure that is you have a signature on your email. Make sure that is you have a vacation setting open your WhatsApp Messenger. It's all simple, few steps it takes, right? And your WhatsApp Messenger or WhatsApp business, you have it. You get the person get an autoresponder with the website URL. So that is no effort for us, but it's really getting to another glass of milk to our website. right? So you need to make that commitment before I start listing out the 100 types of marketing you have it. Now, here is an example. I tell you how I, got convinced. So so I was reading an article, not an article, kind of a book. So in this, actually, it's a milk. The advantage of the milk is really motivated me to consume on it. Okay, so maybe that can be some of the things. You need to understand each type of a traffic. That's an important for you to understand the traffic on it. And you also know the kind of a honey to drink. It gives you a lot of energy. It's good for so many things. So it's kind of a you can also use for a lot of disease, etc. Now, same thing, like a fruits and vegetables, another important part of the diet. So you need to have that also, maybe for a tasty, maybe very casually, maybe to improve our life, and maybe for all the things we need to have that one, right? Now, sometimes you may not like leaves, but it's just important for us to have eating leaves, right? So it's also part of mind. And egg, so okay, anyway, some people may not like egg, some people don't eat egg. Sometimes this is also an important part of health, right? Meat, some of you don't eat, some of you eat, and this you need to see how important for you, and you like it. If you don't have it, so this thing, how you compensate it, okay? So you go for a soya, it will be little inferior to that, but how you need to go for that one. Now, some cases you need to have medicine. It's also food, isn't it? And it is necessary for us to survive. Correct? Sometimes if you don't take a medicine, you cannot survive. Sometimes if you don't take a medicine, some problem become bigger problems. Sometimes you do not take a medicine, you can you'll get additional problems. So that's why sometimes you need to buy the medicine for your website. You need to buy some traffic for your website as a medicine. You may not like it. You don't like it. It's not a tasty. It also will have a side effects. So the most of the medicines you take it, you have a side effect, and its side effect is mild, or maybe which is better. You take a decision, right? Same way, sometimes we need to have a medicine to our website as a traffic. So when I'm giving 100 types of a traffic, you feel, why should I? So if I'm not giving this introduction, I'll be putting in a paracetamol, or I'm putting in another medicine. Is actually why he's saying about it, because actually sometimes you may record that as well. Okay, so it's a very, very important part. Okay, now hot beverages is part of our menu. Is it good or a bad? Coffee is good or a tea is good? We have a choice. Some people say no, some people not good, some people say some good effect is there. As I mentioned to you last time when I discussed with you the affiliate niches, the coffee, it was a banned drink earlier. It was saying it is not it was not legally allowed to drink a coffee. So there are different countries in the world. You Google it, coffee was banned, but today everybody drink. So, but it's a part of our menu, part of our food intake, right? Some people cannot survive without that. Some people cannot get out from the bed without a bed tea, right? Some people cannot survive without coffee. So these are important traffic again. Sometimes you don't feel it's so much important, but too important to have that one. Okay. Now there are a few things occasionally we have. You tell me occasional food you have. What are the occasional food you have? Tell me an example. Can you type it there? And I'll ask you a question, then can you type it there? The question is I would like to ask, you tell me what is the most expensive food you ever had? And how much is you paid for it? Can you type that one, please? Tell me, the food, which is the most expensive food you ever had? And tell me how much was the bill, or how much is you paid for it. Tell me how much it is. That's the maximum? See, now, if you ask me, this is actually one other thing I think those who attended my goal setting workshop knows the secret. The most expensive food I ever had it's a kilogram. If it's a kilogram, it's around $4,000. Can you tell me what is that? Can you guess what is that product? What is the food it is? Even if you buy online, recently when I checked the price of the Spanish saffron, it's very expensive. But we have that sometime, right? Sometime in the weight is 1 gram, 5 grams, 2 grams we have. But it's very important. But that time we pay and take it for that kind of $4,000. We can't think about we are paying for a food, right? For a 1 kg. But we buy 5 gram, 10 gram, 20 gram, 100 grams. We record that sometime. It's occasionally we have. Okay? Sometimes, so that kind of a traffic, sometimes that kind of a keyword, we might have to have consume it. And it's a part of our diet, right? And especially why is occasionally maybe some mother is carrying, or maybe a lady is pregnant. Sometimes that mix with the milk and drink the saffron, and they don't mind spending that time money for that. So based on a objective, based on a goal they set, for the health of a baby and a lot of things. So it's an important to have. So like this, we also sometimes you might have to pay a very expensive keyword in Google. Consider as a saffron. So $4,000. That's a price. And in that you only wanted to have 1 click, 2 click, you take only 1 gram, 10 gram, like a saffron. I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Now, another occasionally we take in winter, we take a lot of honey, right? Or maybe when we go for travel, like Himalayas when we go, or maybe when we go to the hill stations where the weather is cold, we actually take a lot of drink. We drink a lot of honey because of the winter. Same way, in the summer, we eat a lot of watermelon. It's because of summer. So we have a kind of a seasonal one. Same way, we also should have a different seasonal traffic. So that time it's cheaper. Plus, you also consider it's important to have that set time. Depends upon the trend in the market, depends upon the situation in the market. We need to have this one. And so never forget the seasonal traffic as well. Seasonal traffic, like watermelon and honey, you need to have it on one. Okay. And the seasonal one is another example. If it is a seasonal like the orange or apple or a mangoes in the seasonal, we get a plenty with a cheaper, right? So that's the time we need to consume. So not that is a mango is not in a season. It may not be good even to have it sometime, that come with a, lot of, inorganic way, come with, it may not be even good. And a lot of pesticide will be there, etc. But in the season, will be fantastic, right? And this will be cheaper, and it will be a lot of opportunities to buy different varieties. So we need to have a different kinds of this as well. Okay. Now, hope you got an idea what I'm talking about. Same way, your website also mixture of all the things is there. So I'm going to talk to you 100 kinds of varieties of food, like we're explaining now, 100 kinds of varieties of traffic. And you might have noticed I always talk about SEO, social media. It is like we always talk about, it's a meal. But we also had all the things. We have breakfast, different menu. Lunch, we have different menu. Dinner, we have a menu. When we go party out, we have different menu. When we go family gathering, we'll have different menu. On traveling, we'll have different menu. When we have disease, we have different menu. Same way, your website also should have all the 100 varieties. It's not 1 or 2. Like I recommend all kinds of to have a healthy meal, like a healthy website. So we need to have all kinds of things to come. Now, we'll go one by one. So some of the things I mentioned. So it depends on your niche, depends on your website, depends upon your skill, depends on your budget, depends upon your resources, depends upon the goals and ambitions you have. You need to choose the importance on it. Okay. Like for example, you're an athlete. Definitely you consume a lot of meat. You will consume a lot of energy food, right? You're an athlete. You have to spend time. You need to jump. You need to run. You're a footballer. You're a cricketer. You spend a lot of time. You will have an egg. You will be consuming it. So similarly, what kind of a skill and work you're doing depends upon that. You need to have a different kinds of a traffic, and based on your result, which you're coming on it. Okay. Now, so before we go to the 2 important facts about the project, one is where can I get a traffic? This is the first thing all of us should have an understanding. Like a food part, we should know where we can get a food, right? That's one of the initial part of survival in this world. So the moment you are living today, you want to know where I can buy a grocery, where can I order a food, where can I have a water, where can I get my breakfast? This important thing. Then we think about how we get it. So first, we are going to spend first, where can we get traffic? So that's the first step. So I would like you to note down the pen and paper, because I'm putting up now a few points only in the website, but actually I'll be, with a lot of experience, I'll be talking, will not be reflecting the PowerPoint. Okay. Now, how can I get a traffic is a very big topic that is also will cover during the 100 days time, and all the 100, the 100 days of promotion, we will cover also, inshallah. Now, we'll start with the where can I get a traffic. That's the most important part of things one. Now, now once we understand the strategy, understand where we can get a traffic, then we can make a good strategy to get the traffic. So that's the first most important is not how, where, which are the places and that we can get a food, right? How to make a food, it's a secondary. Where we can make the food to things like where you get a utensils, where you get a grocery items, where you get a fire, you get equipments. All the things important to have a traffic and a food. Similarly, you need to have this one. Okay, so this 100 plus traffic. To remember thing, two important point. Never forget. One is, when I say something, you feel it is a sort of different food. Yes, when I'm talking about biryani, it's also chicken, it's also rice, it's also spices, it's also vegetables, it's also curd, pickle, so many things, right? But each item is also separate food. We can have each chicken in different things. Sometimes rice alone we can have, right? Sometimes curd alone we have to. But it comes with the biryani, it's all the thing combined, right? So each one you also understand that point. It's important. But maybe one thing when we talk about, which has other aspect as well. So, but we treat as when we say we expect all this thing in that. No, we don't expect without that, right? Same way, all the traffic is that way. Now, when I talk about the food, I also talk about lemon. Lemon is a food. Yes, right? It's important sometimes. Without that, we can't do many things, right? And it's a very, very important, and without, like salt, another example, is also food. Without that, so much of thing is missing, even though it's a small drop, right? Same way in the traffic, when you say, oh, is it important? Some traffic is like a salt. You need to have that one. Otherwise, it's not. So that is the reason. Why should I? Because let's talk about the food. Let's talk about the salt. Salt is a food. Of course, you're expecting I'll talk about biryani, I'll talk about the breakfast, I'll talk about the other food, but salt also important. So similarly, here is that all the traffic part become very, very. So depends upon your niche, your business model, where and how. Based on that, it'll change your priorities. Okay. So sometimes you are diabetic, you may not eat some of the food. Like your website is diabetic. Your website is only eat a vegetarian, so you don't want a different kinds of a traffic. Your website is a vegetarian, so you don't want a different kind of a traffic. Okay. So now your website, you are a halal eater, you don't want a different kind of traffic to come to your website. Same thing applicable for your traffic source as well. Okay, so make sure that. Now, rice and meat are a separate food. Sometimes we have to mix it together to have it. Same way, we'll have that one. So we'll start with the free source of the traffic. Definitely, number one is Google, no doubt about it, right? So Google is the number one source of getting a free traffic. As I mentioned again, when you say free, it's not a completely free like you're making from home, but still you should have a raw material like an SEO to do that one. So, but Google is the fantastic traffic source. Google can make our life successful, and it's the most important one. According to them, 82%. According to the survey, now 70+% of the internet search are happening to us. So we can never forget the Google. One of the important part. Okay, you treat it as it's kind of a milk here. Okay, so you need to have the milk to drink and consume the milk on a regular basis. You want it. Okay. Now, another thing is Yahoo. Many people don't give an attention. So 18% of the other market of Google. It's a huge market. See, 82% is Google handling. Okay, perfect, great, fantastic. Definitely we have to focus. But another 18% with Yahoo and Bing and Baidu. These 3-4 companies, we also should focus. That's a huge market. It's a few, 18% is a few billions of people, not millions. So Yahoo is also a traffic source. We also, Bing, as you know, after the so many things now, Yahoo and Bing started working together, and Microsoft is doing so much of things. Now LinkedIn and Bing is together. Like in a perfect example of, I told you about biryani. When talking Bing, we also talk about LinkedIn. We also talk about entrepreneur.com, because now entrepreneurs.com partnered with Microsoft. We also get a Forbes traffic, LinkedIn traffic, all the things put together. Bing and Yahoo can give a good traffic to us. So very important for us to have this attention for it. So never forget Yahoo and Bing also will get it. Now Baidu, we don't use it regularly. I agree. I don't know how many of you once in a while at least used, but one of the major market in the world is China and Japan. These two markets, you need Baidu to reach out. China, they don't have a Google. You are looking for one Chinese, maybe you made a demographic and psychographic in that you have a Chinese woman to buy something. You rank in Google, there's no use. You need to be in Baidu. And it's not a small market. So you know that China is the largest population in the world. and they are over at 20% above the people in the world is in China, and their spending capacity is very high, and they spend a lot. And they're a consumerist society. They spend a lot and spend online a lot, and that's a market we need to focus. I think earlier I have been focusing when I was in Hong Kong, but now I've lost it. But actually, recently, now after COVID-19, that we've been failing to understand one thing is last 6 months to 9 months. I don't know you noticed or not. China is taking over many things, and China is going to be a big competitor to US. Based on the next US election, China's so much of things, is going to change, and economic power, and they're doing so many things. So when you look at it as a market of China, it's a huge market. So your website and many of the American websites are really not targeting them, and easy to rank in Baidu. And so when you choose a niche, make sure that is you never forget this market, and easy for you to rank in Baidu compared to Google, and you have less competition. And some of the niche they really buy from us. And so that's a very good one. Please never forget the Baidu, and start focusing on a Baidu on part. Okay. Now, when you look at it, is now economy-wise, when you another 2, 3, 5, 10 years, if you really look into, China is going to play a major role. Chinese people is going to play a major role, and they're going to spend, they're going to buy, and we need to focus that one. So never forget this as market. Okay. So Baidu. Now, of course, the blog. So many bloggers are there. We give to some set of people actually in a blog. It's the fantastic source of traffic, and blog has a more trusted traffic. Blog has a more quality traffic, and you have an affiliate website. You must have a blog. You remember that when we discussed about the blog is a part of your website structure. When your affiliate platform is even a blog can be integrated there. You can edit the blog, you can add the blog, and you can have multiple blog. Each keyword you can have a blog. And each niche, multiple product, you can have a different focus on that. So many things that are in the part of the blog. And it is very, very important for us to focus on not only a blog, many other blog. You can have a relationship and ask them to refer it us. Some of the articles people read through blog, and it's a very important. Okay. And you also can go to the blog networks. There are a lot of blog networks. You can go, you need to involve them, interact with them, build a relationship with them. And you can ask them to promote with payment, without payment, with exchange. You promote them, I promote you, you promote me. You remember this when we discussed with the ClickBank. Same method we have. So blog networks, very, very important for us to focus on it. Now, if you are into here, we're basically discussing about affiliate, and affiliate forums are another big traffic source. And it's an amazing traffic source. You know why? Because whatever you want will be there in the affiliate forums. All these guys, all the people who are making money, including the person I told you about, Rob Racy, is making money, is making $500,000 every year. He's also there in some forum. So all the successful people, all the people who are making money, all the people experienced, all the people skillful, all the people got a network, all these people are there in the various forums. So one of the forums actually, I'll discuss with you in detail about when we say how we make a traffic. I'm a part of a forum called STM. You can Google it. It's one of the largest forum on affiliate forums. Affiliate, I think one of the best. Of course, I'm familiar with them. I've been with them quite some time, so I feel more comfortable also. But when you look at all other forums, STM forum is one of the best forum, and all these guys are there in this forum. Now, when I told you about the conference that people who make more than $100,000 in a month, that kind of people also there, and their discussion, and they answer many other questions, and they also promote some other things. Very interesting. You can learn from them anything, and you can simply go and ask, "Hey, I'm running a niche of healthcare products. I'm struggling with the traffic. Can you help me?" So people answer to you, "Hey, why don't you go here?" It's very simple. It's a free. They're not the people. Hey, I'll help you. Give me money. No, they just give you, because it's a kind of a cult. You understand what is a cult? A kind of a cult. If I go there, I feel I'm belonging there. I feel it is that way, and I feel there is nothing differentiate. Of course, you have a lot of Chinese and Europeans in there, but I don't feel it is a left out there. I feel I'm part of them. So that's a good thing about forum, because of the passion, because of you're part of it. So you need to feel there. And many people ask me the question, I'll also answer there. And some people, appreciate. Some people send a, you put a star, okay, make you a gift. Hey, you send me this one. Why don't I'll add it to this group? I'll add it to the entrepreneurs group. Hey, give me a post. I'll promote it. So really good things happening in the forum. And so this is, you need to take it part, and it's not jumping to today morning, go and get me. It's you need to put an effort. It is like, you like a girl or you like a boy, not one day he'll not say yes, right? You need to pursue and pursue and pursue. Same way, many of you in the social media, what I notice, people, you go and try to log in to join the group today morning itself, 10 posters you do, they kick you out. Same way with the forums also, you need to have an etiquette. You need to go and put there and put an effort, and over a period of time, you get a lot of traffic. And even sometime, they'll help you a lot. So this, of course, there are paid service also will be there, but the part of the forum, the kinds of a source of a different niche, different category, different campaign you can do. For example, now you have a niche with you're affiliated with Amazon, and Amazon is coming with the Black Friday. Oh, Black Friday has amazing offers. You can ask the people there, is the Black Friday coming, and which you think I have this niche? Which products do you think I should promote? They'll tell you, because the people insider information also people there. That's a good thing. So they'll have a well in advance the informations, because all the professionals are there. So same way, you need to be part of some kind of a forum, which gives you traffic to your website. Okay, so you have an affiliate forums, you need to be part of that. Again, the forum, you'll have a subcategories like a ClickBank forum, or maybe a niche forums. Now, so that's why you need to find out that forums and participate, and gives you a lot of traffic. I'm putting this as a free segment, because you get a lot of for many things, but of course there are few things they charge you also. It's up to you to consume it. Then articles, that the moment you search in Google, something comes from article, and articles people read and trust, value, and understand more about it, and they pay attention on it, right? And Google gives a lot of importance for articles, as you know that the moment you search in Google, one of the results usually from the articles. So you do that one. Now, internally linking content. So you can actually link exchange you can do. In the content itself, you can internally actually can link. This is also a very good traffic source. So people go through the content and they click and come to, especially if your affiliate program. Your content-based affiliate program is amazingly, it works on. Then another traffic source is the browser extension. So that's the reason many other company make an extension, browser extension, right? Some of your business may not be able to do that one, but browser extension is one of the best traffic source where people can continuously get back there to the website. Now, all of you know that is for a knowledge purpose, we'll go to Wikipedia, which is I discussed with you a couple of days ago. Wikipedia is a very good traffic source. Many people trust Wikipedia. Many people go through the Wikipedia. It's always Google first page. Now, in the Wikipedia, you need to make a traffic source to come to your website. It can be directly or indirectly. I think it's a couple of days ago when I discussed with the SEO an example, I said, for those who are not there, I'll explain you again. Sometimes, depends upon the project you are doing, you can have a Wikipedia page, either for your company, for your website, or for yourself. Some cases, you cannot do that. So what you have to do, you should be part of other Wikipedia page. That is another option. So you can have wiki professionals who do this for you. If you don't know how to do it, you can ask the people who know Wikipedia can do that for you. Or some of the Wikipedia pages you can see the people are doing, you can get in touch with them, you can ask them. For example, someone talking about, it's a Qatar. You talk about, a page about a Qatar, is talking about so many, good hotels and restaurants. So there you can actually have an indirect mentioning of this one from the Wikipedia part. But you should be very smart, and they should not feel it's a commercial promotions. And other people also will be there to edit and approve and verify. So all the things to be taken care, but you can do with good traffic source, Wikipedia, no doubt about it. Okay. Now another thing is a white paper. Even your website is a very simple affiliate website. Still, you can have a white paper, and part of our SEO 101, we do 11 white papers. I think we discussed with you that white paper is very important for a search engine ranking as well. But as one white paper makes a lot of difference. And when you wanted to download the white paper, you can actually take an email ID as well, and you can also treat it as a SKUs page. You're excusing the customer, like we discussed with ClickBank, the SKUs page you can do. And the white paper, has a more authenticity and more quality traffic you get it, because the people download a white paper, not random, very serious. That's the reason download. And you can have, of course, SEO mileage. And the white papers makes a huge difference in the world. One white paper we discussed about the Bitcoin white paper, right? It is, you get a lot of traffic, white paper, and the life of the Bitcoin is based on a white paper. Right? What they published on a white paper, that white paper changed the world, right? So don't take it for lightly, the white paper. It's important. SEO prospect is important, and people value it. So you can actually make a simple white paper. In affiliate prospect, it may not be that great, but still you can have white paper. For SEO 101, you have to do white paper anyway. So white paper is a very, very important part. And the news is a good source of traffic. Again, you look at the Google perspective itself, news as a separate menu, and news comes in the top box. So that's the reason when you launch your website, some kind of a news should publish online and offline. And news has a value. So even your soft launch or a mega launch of your website, you should do a kind of a news. Okay, so that's the way it will come as a news in the Google as well as the other market. Newspapers and other people actually release this one. So news always rank on top, and news people consume it. A news section is a very separate section, and there are a lot of traffic coming on. Some people even search for a news, because anything happened earlier, because of competition search time. There's also that. So it's a good source of a news part. Okay. Now the press releases, there's two kinds of press releases. One is actually physically you go and do. I'm not talking that much here. I'm talking about online press releases, part of SEO. And the press releases, 25 pages, 30 books, and 30 outlets, they can do a press releases, and which is Google recognizes, Google News recognizes, and your Google ranking also increases. And press releases, you can have a really good keyword to be used. All the things can be. So press releases are one of the best traffic source if you to get ranked in Google, as well as you to have this one. And some of the magazines, it depends upon your niche. So every niche you think about, there's a magazine, right? You think of any niche, there will be some kind of a magazine for that. So you approach them, they say, I have a niche website of this one. Can you cover me? They'll ask you, they'll cover you, because they're looking for a content. Sometimes they'll ask, in exchange of an maybe ad, they'll ask you sometimes some kind of a, but it's just worth it, so putting in a magazine, especially e-magazine. Even a physical magazine that appearing is fine, because you make sure that your URL is keeping there, and you keep a hypertext even in that's or e-copy, electronic copy. Now, pamphlets and brochures for you can make online and offline. Offline is also good. Online, at minimum, we should have. In that, you'll have information about your product, your URL, and the distribution of the pamphlets, online and offline, which makes another traffic source, right? And your business card. Even sometimes people think, I'm doing an affiliate business, why should I record a card? So you know that a business card is one of the place people ask you, can I have your card, exchange of the card electronically or physically. It's very important. Now, that card must have your URL, and that's even 10 years later, 5 years later, 2 years later, people keep the business card. You know that people will go back and you get make sure that your URL that people come back to your website. This is another method of getting. Then another method is a HARO. I think HARO, that helping reporters methods, where you can part of a news and all the information you can put there. And HARO can also give you good traffic to you. Okay, so especially when you're doing a news part, you can also go and do it in a HARO. Now the radio is not people don't consider as an online media, but the radio, especially when you are talking about 3i integration of our marketing strategy. This kind of a media also play a role. In a radio, people listen it and they type it your keyword later. So that is especially you can intentionally do, especially Google actually match with your keyword. If somebody typed your keyword and you ranking it, is actually Google algorithm gives a good impact. In that perspective, radio is important. Of course, the radio gives you good traffic as well. And of course, the television commercial is expensive, but you also should pay some kind of attention how it comes into. Then interviews, I'm not talking on video interview alone. Sometimes you get interviewed. It's a very easy nowadays. You wanted to be getting interviewed. There are so many people interviewed. They're looking for a content. There are a lot of people running, not like a few media houses or corporate houses earlier, right? Now every third person or a fourth person who was a journalist who started his own company, and everybody's struggling for a content. So you can ask them to get an interview. Some people do free, some people maybe some kind of favor. They'll ask you, can you put in your Facebook about my website, etc. You can do an exchange, or sometime they'll ask you money for advertisement. It depends upon how you want to decide it. But the interviews are good source, and interview gives you good branding, and it's also get a good mileage. Now, physically holding a seminar, of course, COVID-19 may not be a good idea, but seminars also get you a lot of traffic. Not only the people participating in seminar, even when you're part of your promotion, you get a traffic. And the conferences of different kinds of conferences, you're participating in the conference, you're organizing a conference, they are delegated the conferences, your guest is your speaker, all the things various things about conferences you need to think to place. Even you register many of the conferences, the registration will be free. You just register they'll publish your company name. So that will be another source of a traffic. So it's a small thing, but it's an important part. And of course, webinar. And so it's a part of, everyone I keep telling it's very important, but now the COVID-19, everybody become an online as a webinar. So organizing the webinar is a very good source of income and a very good source of traffic as well. Okay, so please do that one. And podcast, it's become a very popular now. It was in the US, it's quite popular now. A different part of the world, people are doing a podcast, and people are listening to the podcast, and people are giving a good feedback to the podcast. And I believe one of the things we get a traffic part. Now, the Spotify is picked up like anything in recent days, and depends upon you need to think about how do you make a presence with Spotify. And Eventbrite, I always believe the Eventbrite gives a lot of traffic in new cities, a new market, new niche. Like, for example, you go to a new niche, you wanted to meet interested people in this particular city, or in the city you wanted to meet someone who was interested in yoga. You organize a yoga event. The people come only with those who are interested in yoga, right? Your niche is about, let's say, maybe fitness. So you talk about anything on a fitness enthusiast come to you. So that's a very curated people come to you. So through Eventbrite, you get a really good traffic, and it is free, right? It's a free. You can use Eventbrite and get that quality traffic to you. Like, not only Eventbrite. When I say Eventbrite, I meant event promotional platform, event organizing platforms. It gives you good traffic on it. Then Meetup is another thing, and it's more on a mobile application, and people do meetups, and different part of the world, they organize a meetup, and you can organize a meeting, and people join you based on interest. And through that, you can, in the moment you organize things, put even sometime you organize for something else, but you put a founder and the CEO of the so-and-so company with your URL, it's make a huge difference. Another thing is a slide share. You're just creating a PowerPoint about your niche, your projects, and the features or the benefits to the people, and publishing into slide share. You don't believe that kind of a traffic comes in. You may not think it's that kind of a traffic comes in, but very serious people comes in and gives you a website visit. Okay, so slide share is another source of good traffic, quality traffic coming in. Then Quora, this I think I don't have to tell you, because the Quora gives you good number of visitors. Plus, it's also come the Google first page. You notice that anything you ask with the watches about it with the long tail, Quora is there. So you cannot get away with the Quora, and you need to get a question answer done in Quora. Very smart method. There is on-page and off-page method. Off-page activities, we do black hat and white hat methods. Quora play a major role. We need to have a presence in Quora. But unfortunately, Quora is kind of a garbage. Like an example I told you, it's kind of a KFC of online, kind of a MACD of online. You need to be there. You like to read. That's a garbage. It's a stupid thing people write. Like, you go and eat a burger. It's so tasty, something you like it. Sometimes it's good to hang around. That's it. Same way, the Quora you need to treat. Now, Yahoo Answers is another place. One is for a MACD, one for a KFC. Both places, you hang around, you get a lot of things, but rank at Google first page. So of course, you also learn so many things, no doubt about it. It's a good thing, but it's majorly maybe we are into digital marketing. I may be feeling it's a more garbage, or others is not looking, but majority things are garbage. Okay, it's not anyway. The best example is actually MACD and KFC. You can compare this. This is a food point of view. Okay, it's not a healthy food, but you have to be there. That's an important part, because we will give you a good rank, etc. Okay. Then forums, any kinds of forum, especially your niche forum, whichever the niche you are using, you have to be part of that forum. depends on your niche you are choosing. You need to go part of that forums, and that gives you a good traffic. Now niche forums is actually completely niche oriented forums. There's a very specific, very less number of people will be there, but very good quality. Okay, because completely on it. And so there is a group for credit card issue. How that's there's a people who cannot control spending. There's a forum for in Qatar here. So actually I spoke to them. Actually they invited me, and I thought of going. People cannot control on the spending. And so there is a session happens, to get away with that one. Weekly 3 sessions. You go and gather, just a gathering. Then how you control about your spending. Not just use your credit card. You control your expenditure. So that is a forum. Okay. So you are talking about that kind of a niche. Anything you very specifically you can talk to them, and it's a good quality traffic source, not from the random forum. Random forum, maybe sports is a random forum. Niche forum can be golf, forum. So that way you have to be part of it. Okay. Now another one is images of the Google. So now that people search with the image, and image come with the meta image. So it also gives you good ranking, good traffic. Sometimes you go to some sites by looking at the image, right? So that's a traffic source. Same thing with videos. Not only YouTube, Vimeo videos. You need to have different kinds of videos, and videos also gives you a good number of visitors to your place. And the map, properly configuring the map, verifying your map, and people exact location you are putting into the map is also important. And many people search in Google. Google search initial part comes with the map, so there people come to your website. Something where it is located definitely come to. It depends upon your business. You need to give importance on the map. Another one is ebooks. In the books, people write about you. Books, there is a cover that talk about you. In a different method, you can have a creative method there. Maybe you write a testimonial, or maybe you put a forward for their website, put your SEO on that, something like that. So you can be part of. And one good thing about the book is books has good trust. People trust book, and good quality traffic come from ebooks. Okay. And something called in Amazon, you can have an ebook. In a Kindle, you can write and put it and publish it. It can do, and it's easy to do, and you can have a good ranking come there. And the classified websites, you are putting something, you're asking something, or you're informing something. Put in a classified, you got a lot of inquiries and a lot of traffic from there as well. Okay, so classified. Anyway, the part of SEO. Apart from that, also you need to do classified. The directory is again a part of SEO, but the directories also give you good listing. Many people will search something in directory, get you on. Many times people search something about some companies, it goes to directory always. Like you search an example in Qatar, you searching something about the companies, Qatar directories come online, or a QDCB, it comes online. So this directory comes in the first when you search for a company. So your company should have a presence. Even though you're a simple affiliate website, still make as a company name and put it. That's the reason we ask you a brand name. You put your email ID, you put your URL, put your phone numbers, and let the people come to you. Okay, so directory is another source of traffic. Then reviews, again, two perspective. One is reviews comes in the Google first page. So someone searching for something, so you have a possibility ranking in the Google first page. Then you also have a possibility people looking for something specifically about reviews, and your reviews play a major role there on it. So for example, I'll tell you one of the situation. I went to one place. I was not very happy about the service they're giving. They asked me to wait. While I was waiting, I was reading another review on online. Me and my colleagues left from that place went to another place, just because of the review. Because the review about the place which you are there is bad. The review which we read about other places, we liked it. We spoke to them from there, and we felt to go. So reviews that important, to go to a place and take a service. So that review we need to we make sure. I think it's a little, we need to play a role there. You need to get original reviews. You have to consciously get reviews. As one of the time when we discussed the SEO, we discussed about sometimes others competitors going to do. So make sure that is you do a review, you get a positive review in the beginning stage itself. Okay. The another source of a thing is actually survey. You might have seen so many surveys coming to you, and people love to participate in survey, especially with the gift if you give them. And people, survey is a kind of thing people do participate, and you can create a survey, surveymonkey.com, like various places you can make a survey, and that's another source of a traffic. You can also quiz with an answers you can have, and people do participate with that with rewards. If you're giving something giveaway, you're giving something, you say winners, I announced in my Facebook post. This is good. So there's another source to get it. And giveaways, which we discussed about a couple of days ago when we discussed about ClickBank. You give a free booklet. You give us something, some brochures, some pamphlets, something about a book, something report, some script. You say this is freely giving, then people come to you for that, right? So that's giveaway is also a good traffic source. Even inside the giveaways, you can actually put your URL. So for details, you come here, etc. And you can also exchange with others. For example, someone, your niche is a self-help. Now, some other trainer is giving about a book about public speaking. So then you can actually talk to him. You're giving a public speaking book. I'll also promote through my team members. Can you keep it in my URL there to buy books about public speaking? So you have a book as a niche, self-help book as a niche. So you can use that ebook, which is another trainer or another person is giving away, to keep your link, your URL there to get it this one. Okay, so that's another method of getting the traffic. Yesterday we discussed about the coupons and vouchers. You know how big is the coupon industry, right? So we also need to have coupons and vouchers. So we need to have a different kinds of coupon format and vouchers to give out and participate. So you create vouchers and coupons for your website or your niche and give to the people. So that's a good source. So people come to you to redeem your vouchers and coupons. So fantastic thing to promote. So make sure that is through any other coupon marketplace, you can have your own coupon and you can create your own vouchers and you can distribute online and offline. So this is a very good source of people coming and consuming, especially people buy the product as well. Or you can go to coupon marketplace. That's an easy thing to create it as and to have a network and offer them. It's an amazing thing. Okay. Now, loyalty program, you need to be part of a various loyalty reward program, or you can also create your own loyalty program. But on an affiliate website, I don't know how which seriously you are thinking about long term. So loyalty reward is important, but you can participate in a various loyalty reward program. Most of the loyalty programs are free. You can actually sign up, and which gives you a lot of traffic, especially for the loyal consumers and those who are really looking forward to buy something. They search and find you. So loyalty program is another source of good quality traffic. And offering a free courses to the people. People come continuously and get a traffic. So some kind of a courses, you give them a free. Don't charge them, because in exchange of traffic, they come and visit your website and they also refer other people. Yeah, they advocate. So this another source of getting a good traffic part. Then we have tutorials, especially teaching them how to do it is various kinds of tutorial you upload and show them a free, or maybe with payment, it's up to you. You get a traffic through the tutorial. Especially tutorials, people watch very carefully, and tutorials people gives you a lot of value and systematically explain, and your conversion rate is very high with the tutorial. So you can also have a good tutorial for that. Then awards, you need to get an award, you need to give an awards. Okay, both you can have. Okay, so you can have an award ceremony online. It's very easy. There are a lot of websites you can offer awards. You know that online. You say for a niche, your niche, you can award some doctor. If you're a healthcare niche, or your sports is your niche, you award some kind of athlete, maybe a school kids below 10 years of age or a below 8-year-old kids who's doing from this particular area. You just award them. So them and their family, their school, they promote that indirectly come to your traffic. And there are a lot of websites for you to partner with to do awards. And of course, you can also be part of some other awards, bigger awards. And once you get an award, they also publish. So you can work as awards also a kind of a traffic source. Then various kinds of community activities from your website you offer, or be part of other community activities they do. Maybe even your neighborhood, maybe in a global scale, it's completely up to you to have in a community activities. you can be part of getting a traffic. Now, employee engagement activities, that's another source of revenue, traffic to get it to, to get in a large scale, because you recognize employees, one example, or kind of an in charge you make them, or maybe some kind of a program you organize them. So when that happens, when the recognition happens, or maybe the photographs happen, something interesting happen, these employees also will share with their team members, with their family members, their friends, their communities. So which is eventually get a traffic to you through that link, yes or no? So that's employee engagement activities, another source of traffic. Now, you have a kind of a job listing, various companies, your jobs, if when you some kind of opening, you're looking for a good people, part-time or a full-time, go and place in the job sites, whether offline and online. And it's online, there is something called Monster traffic. I don't know if you heard about it. Monster is known for giving a traffic now that way. Sometime initial stage, that traffic is okay. May not be relevant some cases, but it is good to have a job listing traffic as well. Okay, so this, especially you wanted a part-time or a full-time or a freelancers, put a career page in your website. You are making an affiliate platform. Now, that's a good thing, an affiliate platform. You can, even anytime you can create a career page and add a different job and put it that. Okay, that's one thing. You can also have a Slack. There's a productivity app, if you know. Slack is a good place. Again, you can involve the people in a large scale, even their employees and part-time employees and freelancers or partners or distributors. All the people you can give a Slack app and put them. It's a part of that and get the traffic there. And another thing is like Yahoo groups. Various kinds of groups is there for a Yahoo, so can be part of that one. Now, another one is email marketing. So you know that email marketing gives you a lot of traffic. That's an evergreen marketing method. And that part of there's a newsletter marketing. It's also give you a good number of subscribers, and people keep coming back to you. So anyway, then email groups, especially in a Gmail, you have especially in G Suite, not Gmail, G Suite, you have email groups. You can be part of a various kinds of email group and to get a result on it. Okay. Now, email autoresponders, this is all a serious small thing, right? Email autoresponders is basically vacation responder like that. We can keep it. So someone send you a mail, say, thank you so much for reaching out. I'll get back to you. Maybe one sentence. Then you have a signature there. That's enough. Or maybe in the responders, you say that is, thank you so much for reaching out. We'll get back to you. But meanwhile, I'd like you to know that is we have a 100 days digital mastery program happening. Why don't you register for it? Exactly. Something like a link, you keep it. This is called autoresponder method. And again, it's a free. And more number of email you're getting, more number of people get this response, right? Even the spam people get the response on it, right? Now, email signatures. So email signature is basically, the bottom of, you fix it with the URL to make sure that do that. And you have a URL there, you have a social media link is there, everything in the email signature. Then we have something called email contacts. Email contacts is basically, one is actually not just a contacts, you added it to the contacts to your place, right? And there's two things here now, I mentioned here as an email received. There is a few, I think this one time I spoke to you about a couple of days, one of the strategy time. All the people who sent you an email, it's not there in your email contacts. There are so many, maybe your 5-year-old email. Thousands and thousands of people send you an email. But all of them are not there in your contacts, but it's there in the received mail, right? So this received mail is actually you can extract. That's a good one. The people knows you, who will reach out to you sometime. So you can also send back a mail. Thank you so much for reaching out a few years ago or a few months ago. Sure, maybe long ago you sent an email to me. Now I would like to propose this. Something like that you can have and communicate. You can use some kind of an add-ons to extract this email from your thing and send out an email. And it's also a good source of traffic. Okay. Now you also submit your website to various aggregators, even though you're not planning to utilize the aggregator service, but with an objective of the traffic, you can keep it in aggregators your website. So which gives you a rank, sometimes the Google, or sometimes you also get a good traffic from the aggregators. Okay. Now, Amazon Marketplace. So you're not planning to sell a product in Amazon Marketplace, Still, you can have a marketplace, so register there, all setups there. And Amazon won't allow you to keep a link to your website. I agree, but very smartly you can write, and your brand you can communicate indirectly. They'll reach you. Most of the time, you you talk about a specification with something word, they'll reach you out. So one is flat, and you can also have an eBay marketplace. eBay you can more explicit way. You can actually put your URL, your website, your profile, anything you can do in eBay. And many people come to the eBay website and they understand about your limited service. The next more service, you can put a URL, you can invite them, right? And even some other things. That's the reason you can see in the eBay there are so much of good product less than $1, right? I don't know how many of you noticed. There are so many products with less than $1. I asked you to go and check the mining contract. Mining contract on $2, $3, $5, $10. It comes in. So that is the idea. Is basically you are interested in mining contract, then they'll talk to you about a bigger contract. So that's a traffic source. So it's in an eBay marketplace. eBay store is a fantastic thing for you to open an account. And even a $1 product for your healthcare related or any other private level product you try to sell it. It's not that $1 you make money, but the interested people. That people you can communicate. That's another way of getting a traffic. That's a eBay traffic. Okay. Now B2B website linking, that is very easy for us to do. Any niche product, any affiliate niche, usually will have a product in Alibaba, right? So Alibaba is a B2B website. In the B2B website, usually you get a good ranked in the first page usually. Plus, you'll have a large quantity of the product who wanted to purchase. They'll be searching. A serious buyers will be there. So IndiaMart.com or Alibaba.com, like an example site, you can have a placement of your websites. Okay. And GitHub, actually, you can have a presence in your website, and more technical people will be there. But of course, they're also good professionals. They'll reach you out for ways accept, and that's also a ranking. Traffic source. And you can also have Metatcar, so you can also put the listing over there, and it's also another source. It's all, like I said, no small thing, but just add up to your part of it. Now, if you really wanted to have, especially in the e-commerce website, you can actually mobile apps as also a traffic source, putting to the App Store and a Google Play. And sometimes you can also have native apps, and sometimes your mobile website, your website can be a mobile app. You can make it with the drag and drop. So all the things, the mobile apps also, in a way, we get you traffic. Then go to influencer platforms. There are a lot of, like an ADMC, we are starting like a various influencer platform is a good source of traffic. So you get a lot of influencers. Sometimes other people also will be there. You get a platform. Then there's another strategies which you're talking about, different brand you partners with to promote. So that's one strategy for you to get a traffic for that particular niche, or maybe your another category of the products. Now, social media influencer, which I don't have to tell you how important it is. Social media influencer is, of course, can give you good traffic, but it's again a paid one or maybe an exchange one. Depends upon the arrangement. You do this one. Then Facebook, different way we can get a lot of traffic from the Facebook. There are different way we can make it traffic, right? Then Instagram, it's a huge source of traffic. Twitter, multiple levels we can do Twitter. We also discuss when we discuss about the ClickBank, how effectively we can use the Twitter, right? And we can even search initially itself. Even before we go and finalize the niche, we discuss about the Twitter and Facebook, how you search it, and we find out. So that's one way they do. And of course, other utilizing of the platform in a promotion is also thing. It's also a good traffic source. LinkedIn is another traffic source. I don't have to tell you how important you can actually specifically target professionals or the entrepreneurs to come to your website. So set up a ranking, and even you can configure to your landing page based LinkedIn and Twitter is different way, right? We can have, as we are doing a ClickBank, you can have a different hope link for a LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook, and different product of the gravity of the product you can buy. So all the things into our plan one. On YouTube, that's two ways. One is people get a URL, a title tag below that. You can have a URL. You can also have a description place, and you're getting a traffic. And if, of course, that Google also rank the YouTube on a top. Okay, it's a good, YouTube come from the same Google family and alphabet. Pinterest is another thing. So, search on something in Google for something, especially your long tail keyword you search for your niche. Usually the first social media comes as a Pinterest. Especially go to the image, you get Pinterest is there more. Okay, so it's very important. Okay, Tumblr is another social media activities you should do. Reddit is Reddit is coming up like anything, especially on a SEO aspect. So Reddit is another source of traffic. You can get it. Zing, that like equivalent to LinkedIn, and Zing faster rank on a Google, and you need to have a Zing profiles. It gives you good one. Okay, and Flickr is another source of traffic. As a part of social media, you should have a Flickr as well. TikTok, as you know, that some of the part of the country is getting banned, but again, TikTok is a good traffic source. You have a paid as well and free also. Both you have. When we discuss about the paid ads, we'll discuss about the TikTok in detail. Now, like we discussed about the Baidu for a Chinese market, if you're looking for a Russian market, if Russia you feel is your niche as a market, you have a various thing, to get from the various places of the Russian market. Then VKontakte, that's a very popular social media platform in Russian market. VK, you need to be part of it. You need to create a profile. Like a Facebook, you have a lot of features. You can get a good traffic, especially from the Russian market. Okay. Now you have WhatsApp. This is one of the things all of you are very regularly using, and we have WhatsApp Messenger and WhatsApp Business. And you can utilize it in a various level. You can we can have a join in a group. We can create a group, and if the WhatsApp Business, we have a lot of business usage, automated reply. You can also have WhatsApp widget where you can people can even message you directly from your website to you directly, or you can also get the people even when you buy a book. You can see most of the airline now. The moment you put your WhatsApp number, they will send WhatsApp you the airline ticket. So many usage of that. You can have WhatsApp to get a traffic part. Okay. Then of course Snapchat is another source of traffic. So if you can know the geo-based, you can actually really target Snapchat. WeChat with the transaction, the WeChat has a payment transaction. You have a WeChat, people comes and pay you the money even to the WhatsApp's not yet started. Obviously, WhatsApp is going to start, but WeChat, so even including transaction, even you can also have a payment collection through WeChat. Now the Telegram, a lot of plus points. The Telegram is a huge things to nowadays to generate a especially to the prospective client. When you're prospecting a client, the Telegram is the best. So please do that. Look into that one. And you can also, depends upon the niche, you can also have Tinder. And so I was reading recently a case study, how people are utilizing for traffic generation Tinder. It was quite interesting. So I added that, but it may not be suitable for all the niche, but some of the niche you can really look into to getting a traffic from Tinder. Now Skype, so another, you have a huge number of people is utilizing the Skype regular basis, and people can find you through Skype as another source. And Google Hangout, that people reach out to you. So it's another. So all this makes as a presence to us. And Google Go is another thing. You can have IMO, just a simple profile. People reach out and immediately pop up on a Google system. People go there through the profile. So another option. Boating is another thing. Some other places WhatsApp is not properly working. People use boating for a voice call. So we make a profile with URL. Okay, boating is I think especially now when you look in Qatar, or some other country, when you call WhatsApp call don't go properly, then you can use a boating. So it's to the client who are asking you, some details, you can actually use a boating instead of a WhatsApp. And a Viber, very common these days. People use regularly. So have a Viber profile set up properly. Now you can also have a merchandising things for various things, your business card, your envelope, your t-shirts, all the things you can have. And it's also a traffic source. And you might think it is a very simple, but it actually from the letterhead, but you send out something, some experience certificate or someone, or maybe some kind of request. People do go through envelopes and letterhead and business card. It's also a source of thing. Maybe you have a brand when you have meetings or maybe conferences, you're giving out your pen with your brand and URL. So another method. You can also have a door sticker and car stickers and mug, t-shirt and cap. So putting in a URL there, this makes us a visitor coming from. So if maybe main objective is not getting a traffic, but anyway you're doing, put a URL there. So you have a T-shirt, you plan to give out a T-shirt, and T-shirt with printing selling is a good one. Any affiliate person wanted to start an e-commerce, first thing is actually T-shirt. Customized T-shirt with printing is the easiest one, because there is a very open, so many drop shippers are there. It's very easy to start. So you can have your own company's T-shirt to be selling. So those who are buying the T-shirt also will have a company's URL and place it. Your cap, you can have a URL. It's another method to have it. Okay. Even the same thing like a pencil, pen holder, letterhead, envelope, notepad. Everywhere you can have your own URL, your website, your social media URL. Keep it there. That's over a period of time, you have some kind of a people coming in. Now, there are this software which I discussed with you, majority is a free source. As I mentioned to you, free source, it's not necessarily completely free. Like I told you an example of a food, something you're making from home, you feel it's a free, actually not free, because you arrange a grocery and you have utensils, you have a kitchen, you have a person, or you're cooking and use a water, your electricity, everything has a cost. Similarly, SEO has a cost. All the things which I mentioned, you have to be there on the platform. It has a cost. Now, here you directly pay and get the traffic source. That's a very, very important part of the traffic sources we are discussing now. Now here, we need to understand here, when the moment you're spending money, we need to understand why we spend and how we spend, and it is part of your advertisement budget. So the moment you're playing, so I'm not saying other one is not your part of your advertisement budget. Other one is we treat as a separate procedure and get the result. Here we are talking about you're spending money for putting an advertisement, right? So it's a promotional activity. You're spending money in return of people coming to you. So it's basically kind of a advertisement where you investing money to get a traffic. So you need to understand before you pay any kind of money, different kind of an advertisement, different kind of a format, different kind of objective, and how the money to charge. So we spend some time before we go on the paid one. And you also should know the unit. For example, if you are doing a newspaper, there's a size, right? And color and size and the page. Which page, what color, and which are the places it goes. These are the very important part, right? And number of copies of the newspapers depends upon they charge you. And the first page is a different, second page is different, and the size half page is different, full page is different. So like that, there are different units. Same way, online advertisement has a different unit. So we spend some time there and understand it. So you also think about what the objective of you are doing. So specifically, not just say, I want a traffic. That's not the way you go and advertise. You advertise as a traffic is basically people to come and to buy something or do something, right? So that's the way you need to treat an advertisement, okay? So it's a kind of a commercial offering to the consumers, right? So you need to know what's the objective you are keeping. So every campaign you can go and put an advertisement, okay? Now, so different format you can see the advertisement you can keep in there, and different kinds of banner ads you can see, different size, right? So every size has a different pricing and different the unit. So a vertical ad, horizontal ad, you can see different kinds of an ad. And there is if you're putting in a YouTube ad, YouTube banner ad you come with, and YouTube also has a different banner sizes ad in the book with different places, okay? So you can see to understand the size of the ad and where it comes and how it comes. Is it suitable for your what do you call for that? Your niche, your target audience, your market, your branding. It's very important to understand. Then we have a search engine marketing. As you know that we discussed with SEO as a Google as an organic result coming, we counter as a free, even though it's not free. Here also we directly pay to the Google and get ranked. So it's a an organic ad. We are paying and getting ranked, and we get this good traffic or a quality traffic through the Google based on the keywords which you are planning. So when you put an advertisement, that's the reason I'm saying it's a good combination, like how food we count. So same keyword you are actually planning to rank, you put for advertisement. You bid that one. So Google actually internally learned that is you are the right person to rank, even organic one will rank later. So you need to plan such a way to get the ranking into. So you can use the keyword to do this ranking part. So this is part of SEO. You need to do search engine marketing. So when somebody search, you put that ad, the yellow button comes up, their ad, you display, you get, they will be charging you the payment for it, right? So every click you pay. Now, next is a remarketing or a retargeting ad. So what exactly remarketing and retargeting, which we discussed last time as well? That is, the person is shown already the interest for your product or your website or your email or anything, or even he used your brand name, even or even they used your keyword, or you mentioned one of the keyword you wanted to show them. So you can say to the Google, can also say to the Facebook. They will show again and again to that devices. That's called a remarketing or a retargeting. So it is a very good, fantastic conversion, but expensive because every keyword which you have to bid and get it. Okay, that's the thing. That's one. So this is one of the very good source of traffic, but it's expensive. Everything you have to pay. Now we have Twitter ads. When you say expensive, depends upon how you campaign it. Okay, expensive does not mean you lose the money. So you need to have a good $500, $1,000 for a campaign to do remarketing and retargeting to see a result. Then, of course, the Twitter ads, we can do different Twitter ads, LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads, and Google search ads we can do. Google display ads we can go, and even Pinterest has an ads. And stumble upon, there's a paid promotion we can do. Instagram, we can put an advertisement. Yahoo has an advertisement. Bing has an advertisement. Reddit has an advertisement. When we have a different retargeting ads, we can have a mobile advertisement. And there's a niche site, a different niche website that's already giving a sponsorship. We can take that page, or we can take that position and put our advertisement. And you can also sponsor somebody's newsletter. There's a method of sponsoring the newsletters of other you feel it is relevant to you, you can actually sponsor. So they'll be already doing a 50,000 newsletters. Your URL is there. That's another traffic source you have. And you can also have a thank you page in that, and you can actually sponsor the thank you page. Everybody like that. So you put the URL there or an image there. It's a good one. Some cases, even your physical advertisement may be worth it. Depends upon the niche you are promoting. For example, let's say you are promoting maybe some baby products. So it's good to have a kind of an ad in the maybe pediatrician's place, maybe the clinic, putting something. So that's where it is. We can have a physical place. We can buy an ad. You can also buy a print ad, like a newspaper. People go and come to the website. Nowadays, all the newspaper also come with a package. You buy a print, I'll give you online. You buy online, I'll also give you print. Small investment, but you get a huge traffic in that. Then majorly paid ads, especially if you really wanted to do a good campaigns across the globe, apart from the Google AdWords, Propeller Ad is one of the best platform I recommend for you to have. And it is, you can do across the globe, the fantastic platform. You can buy the country-wise traffic, the CPM based, every 1,000 impressions they charge. And it's all the traffic and measurement you can do. So very, very important part is a Propeller ad. And it also comes with a CPM, CPA, CPL campaigns. So you can, yesterday and all we discussed about you're getting a CPM. You're getting it, right? Here I'm talking the opposite way. Every 1,000 impression of your website, you pay something. Every CPA, you pay something. Every CPA means, okay, you say that someone fill up this form and submit to this one, I'll pay this much to you. So that way you collect the personal contact details of the people are interested in. You can also have a CPL campaign. So like we discussed about the hotel campaign. Like you can also come out of the CPL. So Propeller ads really help you to do that. I would recommend you to go and open the account and see the dashboard. So many features are there for you to have. Okay. So anyway, I think now our time is up, and so tomorrow we'll continue the traffic session. I think I'm not even finished off. Okay. More than that is there tomorrow to talk about it, especially now the propeller run adds onwards. We need to talk about different things. And I also did not discuss with you on a day 4 yesterday about traffic part when we discussed the ClickBank. That also I'll try to complete about the traffic part tomorrow. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for today actively participating this program. And I think you're getting an entire idea about the traffic. I believe that you like the compare with the food. So you need to visualize with the food and all kind of food we wanted. And it makes sense to us to have multiple food, and sometimes we eat good, sometimes we eat less, or like this everything. Here it is very, very important for us to have a traffic. That's the idea. So we'll complete that this entire thing tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, we have a Q&A session. So I would recommend everyone to send questions today onwards. Like the last time, we'll send you tomorrow the link. You can start putting the questions. So tomorrow, we'll complete the traffic sources, different traffic sources which we have. Then we will take to next level. Okay. So tomorrow is the last day, a kind of a last day for affiliate mastery. So then we have a Thursday. We have a Q&A session. So those two things I'm very seriously looking for all of you actively participating, and we move forward on it. Okay. So now a few minutes from now, I'll join in the mastermind and take all the Q&A session and other interactions we can do there. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you in the mastermind short while from now.